Reese, up first, thoughts as Tish James gets indicted.
This is a disgrace. This is more evidence of Donald Trump's revenge tour. He went prosecutor shopping to get these trumped up charges. And I think it's very ironic that he is attacking Tish James, who has unimpeachable character, over mortgage fraud when he is the one who she secured a multi-$100 million conviction, civil conviction, in terms of his fraudulent activities on the Trump organization. And so this is just a disgrace, but it is unsurprising that Donald Trump is getting more of his will and doing absolutely nothing to improve the lives of American people or end this shutdown.
The argument that Jared just articulated as well, Reese, is one that's come out of the White House and White House officials, which is basically, hey, you went after us and we're going to go after you. If that's the case, it leads me to believe we haven't seen the end of this.
Well, no, we haven't seen the end of it. But what I would like to point out is that this administration has gone after their own people that they have appointed. The person who was walked out prior to this inexperienced prosecutor being put in was somebody that Donald Trump put in that position. And they investigated this, and they could not find prosecutors to prosecute James Comey or to prosecute Tish James until they brought in somebody who has zero prosecutorial experience. And so if you want to talk about the weaponization of the DOJ, this is a prime example of that.
You know, we saw in the case, certainly, of Trump and his associates, they were dragged through the court system. Some of them were prosecuted, some were put behind bars. It's very possible we could see that in Letitia James's case or in others. No question.
What about
that? Well, for the record, there were Democrats who were prosecuted under the Biden-Harris administration. And so you are not exempt from the law because of your political party. And you're also not targeted because of your political party unless you are an enemy of a Donald Trump. But the enemies of Donald Trump are not the enemies of American people. And that does not mean that they have broken the law. And when you are an ally of Donald Trump, like the borders are, then you have Pam Bondi and Kash Patel saying there's nothing to see here about $50,000 in a paper bag. And so we need to apply the law equally, regardless of political party. And we should not let Donald Trump's tweets dictate who gets prosecuted in a court of law in the United States of America.
I mean, she will have her chance, Reese, to to fight this charge, and it'll be adjudicated in court. I mean, James has denied it all along. I mean, I think her side of it was that she just made a mistake in filling out the forms. Reminds you of the case of the Federal Reserve Governor, Lisa Cook, that we've talked about as well. But to Jared's point, if there was a crime committed, that would apply here as well, that you're not above the law. Fair?
Absolutely fair. But what the Donald Trump Department of Justice determined prior to the prosecutor being resigned or fired or whatever, however you want to characterize it, was that there was no there there. The only reason why there is a case now is because Donald Trump handpicked a person who was willing to do his bidding, the bidding of his tweets and the bidding of his retribution list.